Hello everybody, Nell here from the Four Corners, and welcome to a really overwhelming update video. We had that Season 16 set list, and today we have descriptions for each and every one of those sets. And again, it's going to be crazy when you look at this, and that's why for today I'm just going to completely turn off my theory hat. Just completely forget the show and theories for now. Maybe be excited about a few stuff, but we're just going to look at these sets as is, and all the descriptions you see are going to be directly quoted from promobricks.com. I didn't want to completely change what they did, and they worded it pretty well, so everything you see is what they had to say. With that final note, let's get right into the set list. First off, we have one of the 4+ sets. It's called the Dragon Temple, and this one is actually going to be a continuation of the Evo wave with the same snakes as opponents and probably the same ninja suits. If you want to know more about this, just feel free to pause the video, but we have so much other sets to go through today. Next up, we have 71768 Jay's Gold Dragon Motorbike, and it's just going to be a really small $20 bike, smaller than a lot of the other bikes we see for Ninjago. It seems to only have 137 parts, which is kind of concerning for $20. Hopefully it has a lot of big pieces in there. Then Jay gets a special new suit. That's gonna be interesting, the way they say special right there. And he has new gold winged armor, and you're gonna see this a lot. All the ninja basically turn into these angels. They're all getting wings and gold armor, so who knows what's gonna happen next season. But again, no theories for now. Let's just look at the set. You also get a crystal samurai. That's really interesting. Crystal samurais. I keep thinking of the ice samurai when I see that word. And then a small black turret, probably a spring-loaded shooter to shoot Jay's bike. I wish that was a mini bike instead. That would make a lot more sense. Then we have Cole's Dragon Racer, an actual $40 car for Cole. That's perfect. It's been so long since Cole's gotten a proper vehicle. It seems to be mostly black with a few gold highlights, which seems typical for Ninjago, you know, get the ninja's accent color and then a little bit of gold in there. Then there's the new golden blades at the rear, and that's supposed to be a new part. I wonder how that's gonna look. For minifigures, you're getting Cole, another crystal samurai, Cole with the angel armor, and he's gonna have 2 swords introduced in the epic battle sets. And the epic battle set weapons were pretty cool, so I'd like to see that in actual sets. And here's where things start to get crazy. Aspheera is in this set too. She's gonna be black and have pink fire and this crystal armor, and also a new transparent crystal sword. That is gonna be insane. Why is Aspheera back? Who knows? Let's talk about that another day. Then we have 71770 Zane's Gold Dragon Jet. And before I read this, I just want to say that I'm not going over every single tiny detail, so again, feel free to pause the video and take your time with this because I'm not reading the whole paragraph right here. But anyways, the jet itself is supposed to look a lot like Jay's Stormfighter from back in the Serpentine seasons, and that sounds really cool. I really liked the Stormfighter originally because of its price and how much you're getting for that, and that in Zane's color scheme sounds epic. For minifigures is where things start to get really interesting, because we're getting Zane, Cole with that angel armor or golden wing armor, and then a skull and crossbones magician. That could be Klaus or the Skull Sorcerer. That would be epic with pink crystal armor. But for color scheme, you can expect something like the Shuricopter, but just imagine some gold on that instead of all that gray. Then we're starting to get to some of the bigger sets and more story-oriented sets. This isn't just your typical cars and bikes and jets. The Temple of the Crystal King consists of a total of 4 buildings, and some of these are going to be floating. There's going to be bridges going to these, and then there's going to be a small altar with a golden throwing star. I wonder if this new shuriken is going to be important or something. I really like the idea of a long staircase. I always like pathways going up to certain builds. That's always fun. And the 4th section of the temple is probably the most interesting because it is the largest structure. Hopefully they're able to dedicate enough pieces to all of these because they only have 703. It's going to be an $80 set, and I'm really worried to see if they'll over commit with all these pieces and none of these builds are going to be actually worth it. But for the price, it looks like something extremely valuable. Kai, Cole, Zane are included in the set, and guess what? For villains, we're getting a black figure with 4 arms and 4 pink crystal swords. How cool does that sound? If that's Garmadon, that would be epic, but the guy here said it's an unknown character, so there must be a reason they're not saying it's Garmadon, so let's not get our hopes too up. And then we have the Crystal King itself. It's gonna be a black, purple, and gold mech-like thing. It's gonna be a centaur. So just imagine a giant centaur. I don't know if it's gonna be a mech though. Does someone actually pilot this? It's gonna have a belly that looks a little like the Overlord's armor. Black, purple, that's definitely the Overlord's color, and this also looks a lot like the Overlord. I wonder if that guy's coming back, because Lloyd couldn't even defeat the Overlord with his golden power, so why would the Overlord be dead if Zane just iced him up a little bit? That's a theory right there. I know I promised no theories, but you know, I couldn't resist. The Crystal King is equipped with a long lance with a new crystal tip. That's an interesting weapon. Usually they just go for a normal sword. And for minifigures, this is when things again start to get crazy, because yes, you're getting 2 Crystal Samurai, but you're also getting Harumi. It's going to be a new minifigure of Harumi. Oh my goodness. And then Lloyd gets a cape, which is also really crazy. And normally I would have been talking a lot about that, but the fact that you get Harumi completely outweighs the fact that Lloyd's getting a cape here. And then you might get the Crystal King. So this is probably a mech, not the Crystal King himself like we originally thought. Then there's Kai's Gold Dragon Raider, and I've always wondered what this was, because the word Raider could literally be anything, but this description doesn't really help much either. It's supposed to be reminiscent of Batman's Chima Eagle style Nightcrawler. Something got lost in translation over there, but I think he's talking about the Chima Eagle track vehicle. So 2 long arms hold the narrower front wheels, while the rare wider wheels are attached closer to the vehicle. So yeah, it's gonna look like that Chima set for sure. And then there's going to be many golden elements as usual to decorate the vehicle. I'm pretty sure what I have in my mind for what this is going to look like, it's going to look super different in the actual final product. So I'm not going to judge this too much right now. And then you get Angel, Zane, Akai with some extra throwing stars included as well. Again, all these sets are going to have weapons that were seen in the epic battle sets. So that's pretty cool. I never actually got those sets, but I always wanted the weapons, and it looks like we're getting that, so good. Now coming over to the final 2 sets, these are starting to get really big, and I mean, we've already been talking about big sets. I mean, the last one was $90, before that it was $70, but this is next level big. It's going to be called 71774, Lloyd's Ultra Gold Dragon. It's going to be the Ultra Dragon, but gold, and without those cloth or vinyl wings, but instead brick belt. So just like the Ultra Dragon, it's going to have some white in its color scheme, but most of it is going to be gold. That makes me want to think that the Ultra Dragon finished its metamorphosis. We know that 4 dragons originally in Season 1 came together to make the Ultra Dragon, but that's just to the level of the green power, Lloyd's green ninja power. But Lloyd can turn gold, so why can't these Ultra Dragons who have mastered all 4 elements as well? So I feel like that's gonna be something that the story plays out with, unless this is a completely different dragon. For minifigures, we're getting a golden Lloyd. That's super cool. I'd love to see another golden Lloyd minifigure actually connected to the Ninjago storyline. Then there's the usual 4, Cole, Kai, Jay, and Zane. And then 3 more villains and another 4-armed antagonist. So it's not saying that this is Garmadon, but we're getting another 4-armed guy. That could be Nadakon, it could be Mr. E with the Oni mask. We know he's still out there, so we'll see. And this is going to be $140. I think that makes this one of the biggest Ninjago dragons yet. So if you're an ultimate Ninjago collector, this is kind of your set, because it comes with really important stuff. And then the final set we have for today is 71775, Nia's Samurai X Mech. And unfortunately, it's not pixels like we originally thought. That is super unfortunate. I want a huge pixel mech like the one we saw in Kaiju Protocol. But this is still cool because Nia has never gotten a vehicle in Ninjago. She's just gotten dragons, or not even dragons, right? She got 1 dragon for Seabound, but never anything mechanical. So it's nice to see LEGO actually gave her something, and they actually gave her something good. This is gonna have a giant X in the middle, so maybe when Nia comes back, she doesn't come back as the Master of Water. Maybe she loses all that power and goes back to being Samurai X. I originally thought that Nia shouldn't come back. 5 is better as a team, but we'll see what happens. Let's not judge for now. The set is also going to have a small crystal dragon. I like that. I love battle sets, and for something so big, it looks like they're actually giving you something to fight it with. 2 crystal samurai, Jay, Nia. Wait for it. Pythor with the red armor. That's crazy. Pythor's finally shown his face again. He's probably in league with the Crystal King, trying to get some personal benefits by helping this guy. And then some unknown characters in the set could be Sensei, Wu, and Scott. I feel like this season is really bringing everything together. And I can't wait to see how they do it, because I know it just won't be Scott coming back for no reason or Aspheera coming back for no reason. I know they'll have some proper reasons for that, and I can't wait to see that. And this is going to be $120. And that is all for every set that we had to look at today. Comment down below which one you're the most excited for. I think I'm the most excited for Nia's Samurai X Mech, because that just looks super fun to play with. And as for theories, you can expect me to make a ton of videos going forward. Thank you for watching a Season 16 update video that is super early. I mean, it's barely January and these sets are supposed to come out on June 1st, probably in the UK area, and on August 1st for us in the US. So we still got a huge wait, but I'm relieved that I finally got to talk about this, because it was a pain just waiting to record for this video. Also, make sure you subscribe if you like this video style, and if you've seen this far, then you probably like the channel. That would be greatly appreciated. And as usual, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.